What assumptions do people make of me when they look at my face? I'd say that they might think I was a bit of a toff. My eyes are sort of strangely lidded, but I like my eyebrows. They are definitely definitive. I mean, they are very strange. I'm a bit sort of chinless. As long as you don't see me from the side, I'm sort of all right. But I'm very chinless, which is why I think people might think I'm a bit of a toff. I was tall by the time I was 14, 6 foot something, and then I've been 6'4" ever since. It's great until you meet a low door frame. I see my father in the mirror every morning.
How does that feel?
Eerie and worrying. Beyond believing me not to be very bright, I don't really think he made a huge impact on me. Well, I thought he might be right. That was the awful thing. My mum, I don't think I looked like her at all, although I was much closer to her than I was to my father. She suffered from alopecia totalis, which meant that she had no hair. And when I discovered at 8, I found it very alarming. And I think what it has made, the effect that it's had on me is that I love hair. Hair is very, very important to me. Hair in another person. I had a very sheltered childhood. I was angelic. I was a chorister at Winchester Cathedral and I fitted the part. And then in the 60s, I went on voluntary service overseas and I was completely radicalised, transformed, and came back to enjoy the best of the late 60s and the early 70s. Enjoyed it so much I was thrown out of university. But that was for politicking. Looking like Abraham Lincoln, who I do rather admire, so that's all right. I was, as my father thought, a dunce. Actually, I was a late developer. I'm still developing now and enjoying it. I'm just inquisitive, really inquisitive. I really want to know what's going on. If it's a bad thing, I want to change it. Intellectually ordinary, but above average, inquisitive. I still cry endlessly. When you go to these places, I think you should be in touch with your emotions and then deal with them, but not neglect them because you want to take the viewer on the same journey. If it affected you, it would have affected them too. What do my socks and ties say? A certain whiff of rebellion. I could go the Paul Mason route and have an open neck shirt and relatively unshaven, etc., but I've decided to stick with me. I don't suffer loneliness well. I'm a nester. I like stuff around me. I've only got married recently, that's true. I think I was 62. I think I always wanted to be married, I always wanted to be committed, and I kind of needed to sign the bit of paper to do it. But of course, I grew up in the spare rib age of really kind of profound feminism. And marriage was a bit of a problem in that age. I was keen, but the women were less so.
Do you like yourself?
At times. When I'm on my bike and happy and thinking about something nice, I like myself. But there are plenty of times when I, less than approving. It's such an odd business, wandering into somebody's living room. If you're in there every night at 7 or whatever it is, there's bound to be a sort of relationship, but it's an unreal one. I always fear that they have an image of a more perfect individual than I am. Hello, old chap. It's the mouth that's a bit sort of up the Khyber. Well, I think there's a certain amount of anxiety in there. I get a little bit unhappy. It's sort of nicely mysterious. And from looking at it backwards, it looks like a gorilla.